girls out. Get the girls out. Try to get my streaming up to where I can get all my minutes that I need for when I go to Disney. Hi, girls. You see. I don't know, Mom, that's what she's doing. I know one thing. I watched some live streamers today. I didn't realize how crazy some of them talk. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You want to go too many or are you tired? Nah, she's like, I'm not tired. Come on. They always want to check and make sure there's nobody in here they don't know. Come on. You guys want me to leave your cage in here? I can do that. Right up against the store. And everybody can see you running around, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Not sure. Move it over some. Oh. Yeah, some of it you can see. That camera needs to go up a little bit. I am so determined to make this happen. I believe you follow your dreams. Everything can be accomplished if you set your mind to it. Let's not get in the cage. Let's see what it looks like if it's down here. Back up a little bit. Well, that's getting some of the cage there. Doesn't go any further back. That's it. All right, girls, knock yourselves out. We are on. As long as I don't pull this off. Knock my camera down and my phone. That would be horrible. All right. So we got some new properties opening up with the place I work. And they're quite a ways, they're an hour away. And I have to go work at one on Tuesday and Wednesday. So I text my boss and I said, can you guys let me know what all's going on with those new properties? And she called me after work and she's like, hey, I'm just gonna have you come up tomorrow or on Saturday. I didn't want to go at all. And she's like, have you come out and check it out tomorrow or Saturday? I'm like, oh my goodness. Totally shot myself in the foot on that one. But again, I don't like going somewhere I don't know where I'm going. So I'm going. Let me see if I can get hooked up here. Because my grandson might be on. He's my #1 YouTuber. Park Pass TV's on. Disney Grandma. Yep, I'm on. Oh, I got 6 watching. Let's see who I got here. Hello. If you guys give me a nickname, I'll totally call out your name. I think that's meaning to be fam123. Turn this down though, so you're not hearing me. I don't know who everybody else is, but thanks for watching. That, you know, I'm trying to get my minutes up so I can get totally signed on with YouTube before I go to Disney in the 22nd of November. I'm going to Disney. I'm crazy, so I'm going to Disney on Ice November the 1st. And so I got the front row tickets that I wanted. I was so excited. I took a half a day off just to stress out, because I get really stressed when I try to do anything like that, because it's all, you know, Ticketmaster or whatever. So my husband's like, oh, they sell at 10 o'clock, and then we get on Ticketmaster at 9. He's like, oh, they're almost gone. I'm like losing it. So I get on there real quick, and I just picked the last day, November the 1st, and sure enough, there was tickets left, so I grabbed some. So I was so excited. I told my boss, I said, I texted my boss right away and said, I need November the 1st off. And she's like, thumbs up. And then I got to work the next day, and I'm like, that's a long ways away. I don't know why I texted her that, because you got to have 30-day notice to get a day off. I don't know. I'm working 7 days a week, so I don't even know. I wanted to live stream today, for one, for the chinchillas. So if you guys ever do want to get chinchillas, you know what's going on. And to talk about my Disney trips that I'm going to go on. And to try to get me some minutes watched. Because they want 4,000 hours. I don't know how many days that is that you got to get that, but every day it rolls over. So I'm right at, I'm like at 1,500 hours or something right now. Hey, pretty girls. You guys all down there eating your treats? My husband was nice enough to make me a cheeseburger. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit. I don't know if any of you guys live stream, but somehow today, because I'm pretty new with live streaming, so somehow today I clicked on something that said live stream, and I started scrolling down, and there was some people on there. I'm like, oh my goodness. And people were commenting like, get a job, dude. I don't know if they were, I think they were maybe trying to get money. I don't even know. They're just saying, no, I don't want any money. I just need minutes watched. My oldest boy told me, he said, Mom, you ought to put out a GoFundMe thing for taking these people to Disney World that you do, because everybody would do that. And I'm like, then it wouldn't be magical for me. Well, I wouldn't be paying for it. Anyway. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And now I've learned that I gotta go in and thank everybody when they're commenting and stuff too. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I've been missing that too. So I'm learning a little bit as I go. So the 6-year-old that I'm taking, we're gonna, I'm gonna live stream her birthday party. Because I think, well, let me re-put that. I think they're gonna have her a birthday party on her birthday. And then they're talking about we're just going to go ahead and surprise her the day we leave. Because if we tell her 2 weeks out, she's going to go crazy. You know how it is when you have a kid in the car and, you know, you're 15 or 20 minutes away from your destination. They're like, are we there yet? Mom, are we there yet? Are we there yet? I'm like, oh my goodness. My daughter was real cute. She used to say, is it a full Caillou or a half a Caillou? It was so cute. I'm like, it's a half a Caillou. At least she would know what I was talking about. If kids could stay kids and never grow up, the world will be wonderful. And then when they grow up, if they have you a grandbaby, well, they're wonderful then too, but boy, many of you are going to town on that. They didn't act like that they wanted me to take their cage out. So I didn't. Not a lot of people are joining me right now when I do streams, but I'm definitely getting a lot of people watching them. Somebody's watching them for me. Because the last one I did was like 300 and something views. And that's a lot for me for live streaming. Now, if you go over to my Disney videos, they're like, I don't even know. They're up in the K's. Minnie's going to town on that. My husband was a sweetheart and made me a hamburger. I'm trying to lose weight. Well, I am losing weight, but I gotta turn that light on too. I'm missing a light, girls. But I didn't have it in me to sit on the floor today. I'm like, I'll just let them go crazy. I got them blocked, but they can't get up here and get in trouble without me knowing it. Let me get this one plugged up too. So right now I'm live streaming and I'm videotaping over there. So I can edit that, put some music or something to it. Unless I have an iMac. Hopefully YouTube will let that happen. See what I got going on. I think there's somebody on. Get me all excited. There is. I have 12 people. Is that menu? I am really, really bad with spelling stuff. You guys have a nickname. My nickname was Shorty when I was growing up. Thank you so much. If you guys want to pop the fun thumbs up for me, that'll help me too. That tells YouTube that, you know, people like it. The shorts I did the other day, I think yesterday, they're over 1,000 already. I just posted those this morning, or this afternoon, on my lunch. And for some odd reason, when I go back and look at my live streams, I'm not seeing you guys on there. So I think I have to have those minutes too. Before I can see you guys, you know, what you post. I think. I gotta figure it out. If any of you guys know anything about YouTube and want to throw a little advice in there for me, I'm down for it. It is not easy to figure out. I just got to thinking, a lot of times I go to sleep. Well, actually, I thought about this yesterday, but a lot of times I go to sleep with something on TV that's like 6 hours. That's calm, you know, and very few advertisements or whatever. And I know I'm giving those people a lot of views. So I'm like, oh, I might try that. Or I got a really long one. My husband got a hold of a lady or something that was on YouTube. She said, that's how you do it. You get long videos. Most of mine are Disney World, and some of them are like 20 minutes, but none of them are like hours. So I'm going to try to work on that. I'm going to go to Disney on Ice and Disney World. I'm going to try to work on that, get longer videos for you guys to view. Oh. You guys are all playing. They're like, man, we've been out 3 days in a row. Pretty soon it's going to be like my grandson said. They're going to think they live out here. Still got 4 people on. Where's my Xander at? I just decided to hook up my iPad, and that way I could see you guys. I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to see what he's on there. If both things are going. If I just said hi, if I touch that, will it say hi back? No. And then there's a question and answer thing on here also. I noticed that. I figured out what the top crown is. That's somebody who comes on, I think, and watches a lot. I didn't want to cut no cheese, so I put my grandson's hot pepper jack on this. And man, it is toasty. Surely they're not up in that window. Girls. Pretty much made it to where I didn't think they could get up there. I might be able to get the cage out now. I'd like to see them popcorn. That is so cute when they do that jumping. Let me see if I can get the cage out without them freaked out. They wouldn't let me do it while I go. They're like, no, you're not taking my cage. See how they did. We're making the cage. Can I take your cage out, girls? Can Mama take your cage out? I'll bring it back, I promise. Ooh. Getting up is not easy when you're 67. All right, come on. Let's do this, girls, okay? Be nice. Don't escape. I had a thing that hung my clothes up that was on my door, and I took it off because I'm like, that was hard to get it in and out. And then he's like, go away, you're crazy. Go, get over there. No, all the way over. No, I know what you're doing. Go, go, go. Go. Both of you. Go. You guys got to get out. Go over there. Go over there where you always want to go when I'm streaming. Oh, my word. Go. I mean, yeah, there's just no it. Hear me? No. 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 Nope. Get back. Get. You guys are crazy. I knew she was going to do that. I knew you were going to do that because you're a little sneaker. That way they can see you. Popcorn. Yeah? You want a popcorn? It's over here too. That was close. I got the other rooms blocked off. I just worried about them getting behind the washing machine. And it would take me forever to get her out. The heating pad on the neck. I bought my daughter-in-law one of these. She runs a cleaning. She has a cleaning company. And she's got a big one. I don't know how she does it. I think she's going to have arthritis too. So, actually, both my daughter-in-laws are. But my one daughter-in-law, she has a business at home. And she has all kinds of heating stuff. But the other one didn't. Because it's definitely my happy place when I come home. Don't be knocking no cameras out over. Oh, let's see how they're popcorning now. So you guys might get to see some. It's so cute. They have to get a run. Might like they'll do it over there where the cameras aren't. Got to get my hair cut for Disney. Oh, I hear a siren. Trying to decide how I want to do it. I'd like just to pull it back in a ponytail and have it look real nice in the back because I don't really want to have to deal with my hair when I get down there. And I have a real good hairstylist, so she'll figure something out. I just got to figure out what I want. This is really long right now. All I had to eat yesterday was some watermelon. This morning I woke up and I'm like, I'm hungry. So I had a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich this morning, and I told my husband, make me a hamburger. He just went and got the hamburger at Cash and Carry, and I like meat when I'll eat meat if it's frozen, but I like meat when it's not, hasn't been frozen. Or when I haven't frozen it. And I used to be a person that really liked, I would save all my leftovers and eat all of my leftovers. Even make meals out of my leftovers. And then I got something called H. pylori. And that's back before we had insurance, or good insurance, I should say. And I had that for 7 years, and it had eaten. The doctor said I had a sore the size of a quarter that was ready to start bleeding, and he said that's dangerous. Anyway, that H. pylori is bad. So if you ever have a stomach issue and it lasts a long time, it's just a simple blood test. Get it done. So my daughter-in-law, she was having problems getting weak and shaking and stuff, and I said, I think you got H. pylori. So she went to the hospital 2 or 3 times, and they didn't even test her for it. Finally, the last time I told my son, have them test her, and sure enough, she had it. That stuff's bad. Like you try to eat something, and it says, nope, don't do it. I think she tried to jump up there. I lost a lot of weight when I had that. I told my son, I said, I'm just going to lay down and die. It was so bad. He said, no, you're going to the hospital. I'm going to come and take you. I don't care, how much it costs. We're going to take you. So I went over to the hospital. They run all kinds of tests, and they said, we don't know what's wrong with your mom or why she can't eat. He was so mad. And they sent me home, and I went 2 more weeks. I went and seen a doctor. She sent me to a neurologist or a GI doctor. I went 2 more weeks suffering with that stuff. Went to see the GI doctor, and he's like, I don't know if you're at the right place or not. It could be your heart. And I'm like, no, don't even tell me that. I was hurting so bad. He opened up my file and was reading it. He goes, wait, did they tell you that you had H. pylori? I go, they didn't tell me anything. He goes, you have a virus, H. pylori, that will eat your lining of your stomach. And I'm like, oh my word. So sure enough, it was it. So I called the hospital back. I was mad. And what happened was they don't, the emergency room is not part of the hospital here. Like the emergency room is separate, like it's private owned or something. And they sent me home without telling me about that blood test because it takes a day or 2 for it to come in or something. I never bothered to call me back. I was so mad. They said, well, I was talking to the chief or whatever. He said, well, what do you want? I said, I want that doctor out of there. I don't want that doctor at this hospital anymore. He said, well, I can't do that because they're, it's private owned on that side. But they totally paid my hospital bill 100%. So the ER, going to the ER and getting all those tests and stuff, they paid for all of it. I didn't feel like that was enough because if you go somewhere like that, and then when my daughter-in-law went down there, they said, we can test you for H. pylori, but you're going to have to spend a couple of days in the hospital. My son was mad and said, well, that's because of me, because they changed that policy. So they just have you go to your doctor and have that test run. So that's what she did. But one of the ways you can get it is eating leftover food. So I do not ever have leftovers, ever. My husband, he just like, I'll eat that. It's been 4 days. I'm like, you must have a stomach of iron. I think they're connected. first call this, though. I know nothing about this kind of stuff. Let's see. How do we do a call? Is it a video, a message? No, it wasn't my husband. Let's see. It's like 7 o'clock. Today is what? Should be right up here at the top. I don't see any calls. I think if I call, I have to FaceTime. Yeah. I don't think you can call on an iPad unless you FaceTime. And whoever it is, I'm not going to answer. I hope my stream's still going over there. I live on site, so you're never off work. And I don't know. If that's somebody that needs me out there. I mean, you're supposed to get off at 6. But that's not a thing. Yeah, it's still going. I'm gonna go out here and make sure there's nobody that needs me out here. I'll be right back. Don't be getting on my cheeseburger, girls. You weren't calling me, right? Somebody's calling me, so watch out for Amber. I don't know who called me. I can't stop it. I'm in the middle of the stream. I don't think it's Amber either, because I don't think Pebbles is here. So we have our grand dog that comes over. Not every day, but every now and then. 3 times a week or something. But I think she's already gone. My daughter-in-law, she's so funny. She'll tell me when she's like 20 minutes out, she'll say, "Can you kick Pebbles outside?" And I'm like, "We have a doggy door." And then I'm like, "Call me when you get on my road." Because, you know, the time she gets on the road, I can get Pebbles outside. All she's got to do is holler Pebbles and she'll come running. She's like, "Can you get Pebbles outside?" When last winter it was cold and I was kicking her out, she'd come right back in. But I don't think it's her because it could be my grandson, I guess, but he should have FaceTime. So I could FaceTime him and ask him. That's the only one I'd be worried about. Let's see if I got him in here. New FaceTime. This might be him. Someone answers. Hey, I'm not sure if you're the one that just called. Somebody just called me. I can't answer because it'll mess up my streaming. If so, you can FaceTime me on the iPad. I don't know if you can do it on the iPad. Anyways, probably not you because you didn't answer. Anyway, I hope you're having fun. It might be some, I don't know. It wasn't Amber, I don't think, because Sherry picked up Pebbles. Grandma loves you. Oh, it says missed call. Now it says missed call. That's the missed call that I did. 704. No, that's the one I just called. So I don't know who it is. Can't be important. Or they would have called back. Should have been able to see it on my iPad, but I didn't think about it. I'm not I mean, I work for public storage, so I do a lot of computer stuff in the office. But I totally sometimes don't know what I'm doing, so. And that was one of them. Somebody's calling me and I'm stringing. On the one I'm videotaping, I'm gonna try to add some music to it, but I don't know what YouTube will let me add, but I'm gonna have to do something because it's gonna pick up that sound of that air conditioner up there. So the girls need their air, at least my girls, I don't know about all Chinchillas, but they're 66 to 70, somewhere in there. Where you at, girls? Are you way over there? Trying to hide? Anyway. So I can't turn the air off. And that is the I think they call splitters or something. So that's the quietest one. This other one's really loud, my little Black & Decker. Tea sideways. That hamburger was good. Probably made you guys hungry. They're probably over there resting. Usually when they're quiet like that, they're getting into something. They might be over there just snuggling. They down here? Nope. Are you guys over there? Come on, man. You've got an audience out here. Anyway, a little bit about me. I didn't have it so good when I was a kid. And my dad, they're hiding over here. My dad took me to right to the gates of Disney World, where the arches are, where it says, "Welcome to Walt Disney World." And I said, "Are we going to Disney World?" Because I was a big Disney fan. He's like, "No, we can't afford it," and turned around. Mercy. So, really, really poor when I was raising my kids. My kids turned out so good. You don't have to give your kids everything, trust me. Anyway. So now my kids are doing really good. And I'm a senior, so I've got a really good job with public storage. And I get my Social Security too. So I decided to start living my childhood now, because I didn't have a childhood. Come on, girls, get out of there. Come on, out. Come on, you don't need to be back there. Why are you hiding? Do you know the camera's out here, or what are you doing? Come on. come on, let's get some dust bath. They'll put their dust bath out here, they'll come out. So I took my family first because my kids had never been. There was 11 of us that went. I'll never do that again. Everybody has to go to the bathroom different. Anyway, both of them you can see. So I took my family first, and then I just got hooked in. Like I was out of it. I'm like, oh my goodness, Disney. And I remember because me and my husband went for my anniversary, and that's what got me, or our wedding. For our honeymoon. And I was all like, oh my God, I'm hooked now. Because I went and seen Mickey Mouse. And when I went and seen Mickey Mouse, he started talking. And I had a camera then. I was just starting to stream. And that was back in, or just starting to do videos. That was back in 2015. And I told my husband, we got to go back to Magic Kingdom tomorrow. And he's like, why? I go, I need to get Mickey Mouse talking. I flipped out. So anyway, I got lucky. He talked 5 years, from what I know. And it was so magical. I was standing, you're not allowed to run a camera on somebody else that's getting a meet and greet or something because, you know, that's their private time. But there was this family in front of me when me and the girls went. And Mickey turned around and started talking in their language. And those kids freaked out. Like they were so excited. And I was like, how do they do that? And it's because you're Magic Band. They know who you are. It was amazing. Anyway, Disney just has things like that. But you have to bring the magic to yourself. And you got to watch out for it. So when I took my family, my grandson was probably 6, 7, 8, somewhere in there. And we're walking, we're in the line for, we're in Hollywood Studios, and we're in the line for the Rock and Roller Coaster. And up on the wall, past the rope on the side, pulls up a sign, says Caden Morris, rock star, Bellingham, Washington. My son's like, Mom, look. And I'm like, oh my goodness, Caden, get over there real quick. Go under the rope real quick. Let's take your picture. So we got a picture of him with it. Because it doesn't stay on very long. You got to watch for it. And my son's like, Mom, you did that. I go, I didn't do that. He goes, you did. I'm like, do you seriously think that I would know the exact second that we would be standing in front of that frame, that picture frame? Because the picture frame is something else, and then it switches to that. He's like, no, you did it. I said, I didn't. He was just convinced that I had made that magic happen. So when we got done with the Rock and Roller Coaster, we went back around and talked to one of the cast members. She said, no, it's your band. They know who you are. I'm like, my son was convinced that I had some kind of magic with Disney that I could just tell them when that. So if you ever get to go to Walt Disney World or Disneyland, watch the walls and stuff. So there's magic all throughout that line. It could say your name or welcome you or all kinds of stuff. It puts you in an ad. So you go to Animal Kingdom, they've got a roller coaster there, and when you go through that line, there's ads on the wall, and your name will show up on an ad. It's pretty cool. But I've always looked now because I've seen that before, and I'm always looking, and I'm just like, who's there? And I'm like screaming it out, because they ain't even seeing that their name's up there. Anytime they put our name up there, I'm gonna know it. It's just I think that's magical. And I lost my straw. Anyway, it's not like a normal line. And you have to know, if you ever want to know how to go, watch my videos, because if you don't know what you're doing, you'll wait in line forever. So I had taken my daughter twice, and then she went to Disneyland with one of her friends. And she's like, Mom, we didn't write anything, we just left. And I'm not, because you didn't plan it. It takes me a year to plan a trip, and I'm not teasing you, it really does. And so it's 60 days out, you can set up your dining. And if you're staying in a hotel now, and this all switches, but if you're staying in a Disney World hotel, you get to set up your fast passes 7 days before you go. So their fast passes, you have to have the My Disney Experience app. And then you pay for, it's usually like, it was like, I haven't looked at it this year, like $15 a day per person. And then you get to pick 3 fast passes. And as soon as you use one, you get another one. So you can make it to where you almost don't stand in line. And then they have the ones like if you have a ride you really, really, really want to go on, you could pay a little extra and get right on. But sometimes the fast pass lane is longer than the standby, so you have to watch that. If enough people bought those fast passes, you can just turn around and go through the standby. Anyway, I do that. So on a typical day, you'll walk 7 miles. And that's if you don't backtrack. So a lot of times you think you're going to go. When me and my husband went, we had a fast pass for Space Mountain, and then we had a fast pass for Thunder Mountain, like a half hour apart. And those 2 rides are totally on the opposite side of the park. And I didn't know they had a train to take you around, so we had to walk it. And they ended up letting us on, but I'm like, man, I'm never going to do that again. I was dying. So now, because my age and my hips and stuff, I get a scooter, a little ride that I get, and they bring it to your hotel. And you ride it to the park, because it's a long way from the bus to the park. It's a lot of walking there too. So I drive that scooter right up to the line. Now they got it to where you do that. You don't have to stand in line. You can drive your scooter up to the line. And that's just the most amazing thing Disney ever done for elderly and handicapped. That's just, they got that right when they done that. So that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm not walking. And I had so much fun last time I went because I was on the scooter. And you don't have to be on it the whole time. Like, you can park your scooter and take your key and walk if you want. But it's a big difference. It's a little bit of a ways from one park, one side. Magic Kingdom's got 4 sections in it. So it's quite a ways from one section to the other. So I always have a map that I get, you know, if you stream Walt Disney World or look up on your Google, you know, maps for Walt Disney World, stuff will come up that you can print, that have printed. And I map out my day because you're going to want to go one way. You're not going to want to backtrack. So this time, we got a little 6-year-old that we're surprising, and she wants to meet a lot of princesses and stuff. So I think because we're doing 2 days at Magic Kingdom and one's a Christmas party, I think we'll do a lot of meet and greets and stuff and then let her ride the rides like at the Christmas party. because there is no line then. You just go on. You don't even have to wait or pay for it or nothing. But I got to get with her grandma so we can plan it and figure out, you know, what exactly we want to do. But we're not going to want to walk from one side of the park to the other. That's a lot. It's too much. And they have something I talked on my last stream called the Disney Rash. And the girl that's going with me now, I took her 2 years ago. The grandma of the daughter that I'm taking. And, or the grandmother of the grandchild that I'm taking. And I was telling her about the Disney Rash. And I was saying, you need to drink water, a lot of water 4 weeks before you go. And she's like, yeah. I knew she wasn't doing it. And I kept on and on. She said, well, don't really like water. I'm like, drink water. I'm telling you, my feet swelled up so bad. When I took my family, I couldn't even get off the plane. I didn't know what was wrong with me. And so I said, you need to wear compression socks. Who cares what your feet look like? And shoes that are old and comfortable. And drink lots of water. And practice walking. I got this. So we got down there and we started on Monday, I think was our first day. And then Tuesday night we came home and she's like, because I had a cart then too. Tuesday night we came back to the hotel and she goes, Linda, what's wrong with my legs? Like she couldn't even get her pants on. Her calves and stuff were so tight. And her feet were red and bloodshot. And I said, you got the Disney Rash. And she's like, that's really a thing? And I'm like, oh my God, I preached that 4 months to her. I thought you were just teasing me. So if you go on YouTube and you Google the Disney Rash, you'll see it. There's people out there. And their legs get all bloodshot and swollen and their toes swell up. And I came back when they had to take me off the plane on a wheelchair when I took the kids. And I went to the doctor the next day and she said, no, you're going to be fine. She said, you went from one side of the country to the other, one side of the United States to the other. You got all hyped up and excited because you were going. She said, you didn't drink enough water. And you walked 7 miles in a different climate. I didn't believe her, but I came home and put my feet up and sure enough, they went down. But me and my daughter both had it on our family trip. She didn't have it as bad as me. And she was wearing, it was so funny. So she was wearing the Vans shoes. And I told her, don't get those shoes. Don't wear those shoes. I'm wearing my Vans. I'm like, okay. So it was like the 3rd day for her. And she's like, Mom. I go, what? She's like 3 or 4 people behind me because there was 11 of us. I go, what? Give me your shoes. And I'm like, do what? She said, give me your shoes. And so I had to give her my shoes because I had sandals that you could fit on your feet in case your feet swell. I'll show you guys later what those are. Anyway, so I had to switch shoes. I had to wear her Vans until I could get back to the hotel and get the other pair of sandals that I had. My husband's like, you seriously gave her your shoes? I go, she's my daughter. I'm going to give her my shoes. And she's like 18. And then we got back to the hotel. I didn't really know what it was because I hadn't had it yet. She had it. And so I got some ice water and put her feet in ice water and tried to get the swelling down and made her put her feet up and stuff. But then a couple days later, I got it. I'm like, wait, this is the thing. What is this? But I see women down there that are like, you know, late 20s, early 30s. They just look at me and they go, how are you still walking? I go, you have the Disney Rash. They're like, what? Because they're in a really nice pair of like sandals, you know, that are flat, no cushion, brand new. Like you never wear a brand new pair of sandals to Disney World. Or any brand new pair of any shoes to Disney World. You want to wear your old ones that you're comfortable in. You You can always decorate those, put something on them, make them look better. Where you at, girls? Over there's me and Annie. She stayed out here with us. I don't know if you guys can see her. She's way over here. They're honestly probably pretty tired because they've been out for the last 2 days. But I'm trying to get enough minutes watched to get on with YouTube. The report, what was it, the report? My report I had, let me look at it. Get on it from here, I think. Let's see. No, I don't know if I can see it from this one because I don't know if I have that one downloaded. I don't think it'll tell me if I go to my profile. So I have 1,600 subscribers. So I have to have 1,000 to sign up with YouTube. So I'm pretty much keeping my subscribers. You know, they're not going away. And then I have 477 videos. Where on here does it say? Oh yeah, there it is. So people 18 to 24 years is 12%, and that's male. And 25 to 34 years is 30%, and that's female. And then watch, oh my goodness, where did I? And then 35 to 44 is 22%. And that's user, that doesn't say whether they're male or female, that are watching my stream, that sign up with me. Oh, go to YouTube Studio, there you go. See if they'll let me do that. Download. And I've got a 4.1 rating of 12 years and older. Number 9 in videos and photos. And I don't know if that means 9 out of 10. I'm not sure. So get started. Oh, it's probably gonna make me sign in. Oh, I have 1,630 subscribers. The other one's behind. Okay, so right now, okay, so 3 uploaded videos in the last 90 days. I've got that. That's 100%. So I'm qualified there. Qualified hours watched in the last 365 days. So I guess it rolls a little bit off every day. So that's why I need to keep streaming, I guess. Because I was up there to like 2,000, and now I'm down to 1,099. And then it says 14K qualified short views. I don't know what that means. And then when you go down, showing as of August the 8th, that is the same thing. And that one says 4,000 hours. But I know YouTube will accept me once I get my hours watched. If any of you guys want to click on it and do me a favor and watch some videos, just watch the videos and clean your house, turn the sound down, I don't care. Anyway, I was following somebody on YouTube, and they had a group that was in their YouTube together, and they would just all watch them to get them qualified. But I don't have that. So But all my videos are good ones. My Mickey Mouse is 142,000. And then the one with me on it is 70,000. And then Minnie Mouse, she's got 50,000. They're all up in the thousands. They're just not very long. So I'm gonna try, when I go to Disney, to do some live videos. You know, get some on there that have a lot of hours on them. Oh, get up there. Is there anybody watching now? Come on, get on there full screen. Oh, it doesn't say. Where did my people watching go? Oh, here it is. One or more watching. Once I get some, you know, if I keep doing this and I get some live streamers coming up that watch me, that'll help me too, I think. Either way, I don't care. I'm gonna tell my grandson I'm on, see if he's text my son and see if my grandson can come on. That'll cheer me up. Let's see. That would be Kenneth. Search. Kenneth. How do I send him a message? Message is with Kenneth. DE. Grandma. It's really cute when he joins because he can see me. Let me get on here and see if I can flip it around. I might have to get up. I don't know if it'll let me flip it. I don't think it'll let me flip it if he joins because I'm on the iPad. But I'll have to get up if he joins. I'll see it when it says one more watching. Let me know. When he's on. He's definitely my top fan. As Kenneth here, love that. I said, have you seen my new video I loaded? He said, Mom, I see all your videos. Xander is obsessed with your videos. We watch it 24/7. Oh, he's so cute. He's probably the 1,000 hours I'm getting. He's so cute. Babies and animals. Anyway, I'm Disney Grandma at Disney Grandma 7541 if you guys want to. Actually, I just put it in the stream, so if you guys want to join. me make my goal. I guess I better put it on live. Go live. Let's see it. He's so cute. Give myself some hearts over here. Kind of cute. You can see them hearts. Party hats, big faces. I might be doing something, so. He come over and played with me here a while back. I watched him all day, and I was crawling around out there on the grass with him. The next day, I'm like, oh my God, I can't move. I'm so sore. You don't realize the muscles you don't use. But he's got these little, he's obsessed with balls. So he's got these little balls that, like you, for a ball pit. And I bought like 80 of them, so they're all over the yard. So I'm out there trying to pick those up. So I'm crawling around. He's just laughing. He's throwing them out as fast as I can put them in. So yeah, we were having fun. I text my daughter, but I don't know if she might not see her phone. He'll do it on his dad's phone if he sees it, or TV. And he's doing her dust bath. She's so chunky, she has a hard time rolling. Nikki must be just like sleeping. I don't even see him. You gonna come up here and see Mama Minnie? Come on. Come here and see Mama. It's got a delay on it. Come here and see Mama. That's something else I noticed today, so when I was watching the live streamers, which I don't want to do that when I go to Disney. I guess it's you got to really research it. So they were looking at the camera and talking to people, and there was a delay. So if any of you guys know why it drives me crazy when somebody's talking and their mouth is not moving to the words that they're saying, like they're behind. I don't know why that was, but I'm like, man, I'm not even showing anybody my face and talking. If it does that. Because if you don't see my face, you don't know if I'm behind or not. But that was weird. And I know there's live streamers out there that I watch. What is his name? He does news. And I watch him, and his mouth don't do that. So you must have to have really good equipment or something. But I watch him because, you know, the way the world is right now. He comes up with news all around the world. He even had the shooting that happened up here in Seattle. And the fire that happened over in Eastern Washington. But I watch them and it don't do it. And when I watch Myers and Mouse, and they look at, they're on, when I watch their live streams, and they flip it around and they talk, it's not doing that. So I don't know what was up with theirs. Or if it was my, streaming. My phone getting it wrong or something, but I'm like, that would be annoying to have it, your mouth not with your words. It would drive me crazy. This is actually pretty comfortable here. I get streamed for a while. I don't know how long I've video. The hard part's going to be editing that video over there that's on that camera. The live stream kind of takes care of itself. You just have to say what it's about and that kind of stuff. But in the videos, you got to put them in my computer and flip them and edit them and add music. And so I guess that'll probably be a day off or something. I don't even know. Get a color that's comfortable because that one is not. I don't know, my daughters. See, what is tonight? My son might be playing pool, but I don't know. I can text her too. Let's see. Let's do search. See all. No, I don't want to do that. Search. Where did I find the search at? See all. Oh my goodness, I need to do some deleting on this. My goodness. How did I find him? It was like I knew. I went to new or something. I'm going to go back. There we go. And go back again. 1, 2. Back one more, and I can have them both. Call him Sweet Pea. If I could ever get enough people to join on a live stream together, I could set a date for everybody to watch, and then I know I could do it because I got 1,000 subscribers. They'd all of them could watch a 4-hour video, and I'd have it. YouTube's always praising me, like, because I want to stay family friendly. No bad stuff in there. Mickey's in the dust bath now. He's like, it's my turn. He loves that stuff. Are you gonna come up here and see Mama? I put him some new treats in that little thing Minnie's in right now. Thought I was going to have a really rough today because we opened up 4 new stores. And I thought, oh my goodness, reservations and all kinds of stuff's going to come in. And I take care of 14 now, so I'm like, oh, that's going to be 18. But they didn't go live today. They're still working on their equipment. And I have to go down there on Tuesday. I think I already mentioned this. I have to go down there on Tuesday and Wednesday. So I told the boss, I said, can you guys tell me what's going on down there? Because I don't even know where I'm going, because it's an hour away. And so she called me after work and said, hey, why don't you just come down tomorrow? I'm like, oh my God, I opened my big mouth. I'm either going down tomorrow or Saturday. But I'm the kind of person that likes to do my job right. So I don't want to go to a store that I don't know what's going on, because they are a store now, but they're not run that way right now. The girls are just chomping. You can see that. Yeah, you can. Makes it nice when I have the iPad because I can see what you're seeing. he's going to town on that. So they have these little Timothy hay, and they're baked with apple. I don't know how they do it. And they just love those. So I put those in between all those other treats, and they'll just go crazy. So just because you have an animal and the package says that that food is for that animal, that is not true. I said message failed to send. So that's not necessarily true. So I learned that the hard way with my grandson had a chinchilla named Lennon, and I was buying him all kinds of treats. So these guys can't have that stuff because they can't control their sugar. So the lady that I got them off of, she was so sweet. She's like, listen, if I can tell you anything, you just give them their Timothy hay and you give them their pellets. And they don't need anything else. Now they do have to have something to chew. So that's why you see the apple sticks and little things for them to nibble on. Because they have to have their, I guess their teeth grow constantly, so they have to file their teeth down. But I learned the hard way that there's so many things out there that have a picture of a chinchilla on it, and they're deadly to it. So whether you have a chinchilla, a guinea pig, or whatever, you hamster or whatever, make sure you research the food to see if they're even supposed to have that stuff. She said they don't even need that stuff. She said they're happy with just their hay. And without their hay, they won't survive. I don't know. But that's their main nutrition is hay. And they have little, when they poop like rabbit turds. So it comes out hard. It's real easy to sweep up. But even when I clean my room in the morning, I will get up. I'll come home from work and there'll be poop everywhere. Like they throw that stuff out of the cage. They're so funny. They're doing really good about staying there now. That'll be some really good streams if I can get them to stay there. I don't think my grandson's gonna get on. They're probably watching a movie or something. It is like 7:47. He might already be in bed. He got a new bed and he got him some Minion blankets. He is so cute. Oh my goodness. He's 3. They sent me some pictures of him. I'm like, oh, that is so adorable. I gotta reposition myself here. That's hurting. I gotta find my blanket. One of my people I took to Disney got me a blanket for Christmas. And that thing is so soft. I don't know what I did with it. I can't find it. Probably washed it and put it somewhere. When you're working 7 days a week for a year, you forget what you're doing. You don't even know what day it is. So that's how I go to Disney, is I take all my overtime and my vacation time and pay for the trip. Because I work 7 days a week. So just recently I had if I have days off, usually Sunday and Monday. So recently I had 3 Sunday Mondays off in a row, and I'm like, oh my goodness, my body didn't even know what was going on. I'm like, I probably should go back to work because I was freaking my body out. But I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, you don't even know what day it is or what you're doing or where you're going. And I've done it for years, not total 7 days a week, but even the boss I had before would let me do it if they got short of help. And I'm like, I'm down for it. I don't care. Make that overtime. Because Disney's expensive. We're going down there. And I totally messed that up too. I had to reset it up with Disney. But we're going down there and we got a 5-day park pass. I thought it was 6, so. Anyways, $2,000 a person is what's going to cost us. And then the food's going to be extra, so I'll be putting another $2,000 on the food. So it's going to cost me about $5,000 total. But I don't know anywhere else that I could go for a week and have as much fun as I had down there, because we're going to be down there 6 days and 7 nights. And have that much fun, because we're going to 2 Christmas parties. We're going to go to Jollywood and Mickey's Merry Merry Christmas. And I got to find the best place to stream that. Because right there in front of the castle, the lights are bright. So I don't know if there's another spot. I'm going to have to do some Googling on that. I like to be right in front of the castle the whole time I'm there. But there's got to be somewhere else, because that parade goes all around the park. So there's got to be somewhere else that's got a lot of streaming. Where I can get that. Well, actually, I could do it during the day. That's what I need to do. So there's 2 of them. There's one like at 7 o'clock and then one like at midnight. So I need to get the 7 o'clock to stream. That way you could see it, because there wouldn't be no lights. The girls are going crazy over there. The grandson must be sleeping. Oh, sure they probably got that message. These girls are so cute. Those girls are so cute. Oh. See what I got going on the boob tube until I get somebody on. You can't go to sleep with these girls out, man. You just can't do it. They will get into trouble. If you guys consider getting a chinchilla, you can send me some questions that you want me to answer, and I'll answer them for you. I don't know about you guys, but I'm so tired of hearing news. One thing about it, when you go to Disney World, you go to another world, so you don't have to deal with all that. Oh, I've seen this one. Even if something happened, you wouldn't know it. I mean, unless you have your phone on you. I'm a crime junkie, so I like watching the streams of interrogations. And the city sent me a jury summons. I'm like, no, because every time they do it, I get out of it. This time they're not letting me out of it. So now I have to call on Sunday and find out if I have to go in. And I'm working 7 days a week. And I don't understand. We need to change our laws because they pay you $10 a day to go do that. You have the chance of convicting somebody who can know who you are. Would definitely know who I am because I run a public storage here. And they're not going to protect you. So I had a guy out here threaten to kill me, come running at me. And I called the police and they went out and they got him. They arrested him because he had assaulted a police officer. And they wanted him for that. So they arrested him and he went to jail for that. And then when he was getting ready to get out of jail, they wanted to get him for the crime that he done to me because that would give him some more time. And if he would have got convicted of a felony, he would have been in there at least 2 years. So the jury found him guilty of an attack, but not a felony, because I wasn't scared enough. He come running at me saying he was going to kill me. And I stood my ground and I said, no, I had 911 on the phone. And I said, no, you know me. And I was saying stuff like that to try to trigger his brain back because I was trying to help him. And the most of them were women on the jury, and they go, we would have been so afraid we would have just hidden our house. And I'm like, okay, I can't do that. I work for a living. Anyway, so the judge gave him like, I think he ended up getting like 8 months. And then they let him out 2 months after he got in at Christmas. And they were supposed to tell me when he got out, and they didn't. Luckily, my sister watches that stuff, so she found out about it and warned me. Well, the advocate that I had me fill out papers when we were in the middle of the trial. And she was like, fill this out and you need to get a protection order against him so he can't come and mess with you. So I filled all that paperwork out. She helped me, sent it to the courthouse. It went in front of a judge. I had to pay $75 for that, and he denied it and said me and him would have to be there together to get this protection order. I'm like, wait, what? Like, the guy threatened to kill me, and you want me to show up the court? I was so mad because it was $75 I didn't have. And then they let him out at Christmas time, and they were supposed to tell me. Now, luckily, because he got convicted of something, I got 2 years protection from him. And then I just had my boss go, because he was at jail. They said, well, we don't know where he's at. We can't serve him. And my boss said, he's in jail. So you know where he's at. So he fought and got it. He has a lifetime where he can't come on public storage property. But they make you stand up there and you have to say your name, where you live, who you are, where you work, in front of him. So I don't get it. And his record, I got his police record, because you can get that, it's public record. But they didn't send it to me till a month after that trial. So I found out the day before he threatened to kill me, he threatened to kill a lady at the Red Robin. I'm like, oh my Lord. So I really don't even want to, I am having panic motions about even, I'll probably cry if I have to go to the courtroom. So they're not going to want me there. Oh my God. they're not letting me out of it. So I'm just praying they don't call my name, because I'll go in there and say, you know, whoever you got, I'm just going to consider them guilty. Like, there's not going to be an innocent in my brain, even though people are wrongly convicted all the time. Because of the way I've been treated, nah, it's not happening. So even if I have to go, sit there all day, then they're eventually going to say, let's dismiss her. Because, no, they ain't going to want me on that jury. And the trial's a week, so I don't even know if it's about somebody hurting a child or something. There's not going to be, I'm not changing my mind. So sometimes we know so much evidence on people that they should just be locked up. Like, I don't even know. Anyway, that's what I'm stressed about. I have to call Sunday to see if I have to go. And I told him everything. I told him, you know, I'm not going to be, what is that they call it, where you can think that they're innocent and they're proven guilty or whatever it's called. I said, that won't be me. I don't even want to be on there, because they'll know where I'm at and who I am. Whoever I'm on the jury for is going to be there when they're interviewing me and saying my name and where that is so wrong. I don't care. Somebody needs to change that law. They're not protecting the guilty. They're protecting the guilty and not the innocent. That's why people don't want to be on a jury. They say, well, we keep all your stuff secret. Well, you don't, because this is a small town and everybody knows everybody. So there ain't no keeping nothing a secret. And when I get up there, I have to say my name and everything. And they give them pen and paper to write stuff down with. I don't even know. I don't get me on a rant rave on that. So if any of you guys out there say a prayer and that I don't have to go to that jury duty. If I was retired, didn't have to work, had nothing to do, then I, might consider going. But it's $10 a day, and they pay for your parking. No. They sent me a letter telling me that they wanted me to reply, and they didn't even send me a stamped addressed envelope. I'm so confused. I'm taking 7 people, or there's 7 of us going to Disney on Ice. November the 1st, I'm going to tell them, watch my streams. I paid for them magically, so they will, I'm sure. Annie, are you going to come up here and see your mama? Don't chew on that wire, though. She'll totally do that. Where'd you go? Oh, she's down for it. They love to chew wire. Really don't know what's up with that. My son's probably playing pool, I'm assuming. Oh, him and my husband are in a pool tournament. They play pool throughout the week. I don't even know how many minutes I've been on. Gotta make it a long one though. Minnie, don't get up there. Get down. If you want to climb the dog, you got to climb the dog over here, girl. And she's gonna chew that wire over there. I gotta get up. Anyway, I live in this bedroom. My husband lives in the living room, and my grandson lives in his room. And I live in this bedroom. So I thought, might as well talk to you guys. I don't have anybody to talk to but the chinchillas. And after a while, on the dogs, because I have friend dogs too. But after a while, when you're talking to the animals, the conversation kind of gets weird. So, girls, will you behave so I can go potty? I don't even know. I don't know if I trust you. I'll put this tea up because knowing them, they'll spill it. They can't get wet. So, I'm going to set that up there. I'll be right back, guys. We'll see what's going on. No. No. The what? Oh, I got food. I don't know who called me. Oh. Somebody tried to call me. I figured it was her. I didn't know if it was still here.
You was still here.
Take it on with YouTube before I go to Disney. I don't know. I'll try. All you do is try and pray. Got a lot of subscribers, so I could get there. What are you doing? What are you doing, pretty girl? What are you doing, Mama's pretty baby? See how long we've been streaming. I'll put on the glasses. Oh, only 99 minutes. Oh, got 2 thumbs up. Oh no, I got 2 people on. Somebody's watching with me. Don't know who. Could be Tyler. Pretty much Xander is my number 1, which is my grandson. And then it's Tyler, or my number 2. And probably my grandson and my daughter are probably number 3 and number 4. And then the community. Oh, I wanted to move that dog. That's why I got up. But she can get up there and get that wire. Everything's going to come tumbling down. Yeah, camera's still recording, so. This camera will shut off if something ain't going on. Something ain't around it or moving or whatever. It's about had it. I really need to buy another camera, but man, I don't have money for that. This one, the battery won't even go in it anymore. So I got it plugged in, which works for streaming in here. But going to Disney, I've got another one just like it. I'm hoping I can make that one work. Whoever's on when he ain't saying nothing, so it must not be my grandson. Anyway. One of the people is me. Took me a while to figure that out too. I'm like, oh, there's one person on, and I'm like, oh wait, that's me. I'm on my iPad. You think my daughter or somebody would pop on? She's a big gamer. Girls are so cute. Why is it not showing me a name? Why? Maybe I gotta turn it this way. Oh yeah, there we go. I want that. How do I close that? Ah! See over here it says 1 watching. But on my phone over there it said 2. Oh, I could share it here. Well, oh, I got 2 thumbs up. Share. Facebook's on here though. Share. Might not have Facebook on here. Share it with my daughter. She'll be like, Mom, what are you doing? I don't think I have Facebook on here. I'll tell her to post it to Facebook. I think she just loved it. See, chat. Put me on Facebook. How do I do that? I don't have Facebook on my iPad. Thank you for the heart. Trying to get enough time watched if I can get enough people on. I'm live streaming and I'm recording. So I will go fix the recording on my iMac tomorrow, which is going to be a job because there's about 4 hours on there. And see if there's some kind of music or something I can add on and take the sound off. See, I can give myself some hearts too. Aww. Give me a thumbs up too. There's not very many people have been on tonight, but there's like 300-400 watching after the stream. Tried to get my grandson on, but I think they must be doing something. His dad's probably playing pool. He got a new bed, so he's got minion blankets. It's so adorable. I gotta send you some pictures. Oh my goodness. I played outside with him for a whole day. They brought him over. I watched him for a whole day and I played outside with him. The next day I couldn't even walk. I'm like, I haven't crawled around on the ground in years. Put the chinchillas up close. Oh, you mean like stream it in or scoop it in? Hang on, I'll let you do that. I just never know where they're going to be, but I can scoop in on them. I don't know if I can do that on my phone, though. Yeah, I think I can. Whoops. To go up some. Like that. Pretty girls. They're excited. They're like, man, that's 3 days in a row we were able to get out. They're going to start thinking they live out here. Is that better? wonder who that streamer was. Now I know who it is. Yeah, they are so cute. There are like 300-400 people watch them afterwards. I just trying to get my minutes, so when I go to Disney, it'd be so magical. I have some of my people my subscribers that are watching them for me. It's not getting enough. I'm so excited about that Disney on Ice. I'm so crazy. So they started selling they were supposed to start selling the tickets at Ticketmaster at 10 o'clock. So I take the half a day off. We get up early, get coffee. I mean, like, I'm so excited. And David just happens to get on at 9 o'clock. And he goes, these tickets are almost gone. I'm like, what? I'm like losing it. So I get on my phone and I go to the last day, November the 1st, and they still had the floor seats that I wanted left. Man, I just popped 5 of those in there really quick. And I was so excited that I got them that I forgot that it's like November the 1st. So I text my boss real quick. I go, I need November the 1st off. And she gives me a big thumbs up back. I'm like, she probably thinks I'm crazy. But I was feeling like, I'm going tomorrow. I was like, I had Disney, you know how you get excited when you go to Disney World. It's kind of like that. I was like, I'm going. Aww. Nice. Anyway, but we got the front row. And I don't think you've ever been to Disney. Well, yeah, you went to Disney on Ice when you were little, but I don't know if you remember that. But over in at the end of this, at the end of the stage on both sides, the left and the right, the characters come up and stand on a platform. So we're right there. And kids are going to be so scoped. And the girl I'm taking, you know who it is having trouble with her mom right now. And she is just so depressed. So I'm like, well, I've always been your second mom, so. Can't afford to take them to Disney. Disney's so expensive. This one's only going to cost me about $5,000 though. What are you girls doing? Don't be messing with no wires. Because I only paid for the daughter, me, and then the food. So probably $6,000 total. But that's adding in 2 Christmas parties. So I can't wait. I'm taking 2 weeks off then. I don't know what they're gonna do. We need help bad. I told my boss, I said, now you know I'm taking the 22nd for 2 weeks. And she goes, I'll figure it out. I'm like, I haven't had a vacation in 2 years, so this is happening. Hi, girls. We got you up close now. You're staying over here. Normally they run all around, but I thought, well, if I make a little play area over here, maybe they'll stay close to me, and they're doing it. I didn't even think about zooming in on them, so thanks for that tip. I love you. I'll give you some hearts. She watches my streams too. You can give hearts too. Somehow. There we go. Oh, that's cute. Those are cute. For all those. It's got to be clapping hands, smiling poop. Taylor some hearts. Or Luna or whatever the puppy. Poo puppy. Poo puppy. One of these days I'll have a lot of live. And you know, I don't know if you're still on, but I accidentally somehow got on a live stream today. And I started flipping through them. Them things are crazy. Like, there's people like, dude, get a job. I'm like, people go just ask for money or something? I was like losing it. And they were talking, but the words wasn't matching their face. That absolutely drove me crazy. So I'm like, if that's doing it with me, I'm never showing my face. And I know it doesn't do it with all streamers because I watched some streamers. I don't know what happened there. If it was my phone or their phone, but their words were not matching their mouth. And I'm like, that's weird. Anyway, so I'm not showing my face till I figure out what that's all about. Where'd you go, girlfriend? I see you. Anyway. But I'll cut the video that's up there going right now. Take some of it, put it together, and make one. Get out of that window, Minnie, or Mickey. Phew. Oh, he's gonna jump on the TV. So Mickey is now, I can show you from the live stream. He's crazy. How did he get up there? So now, he's figured out that he can get in the window and he can jump up here and get up here on my TV. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that. So I have to keep him out of the window because he's going to keep doing that. Minnie, get down. Both of you. How'd you guys get up there anyway? Where are you at, Mickey? Huh? You guys are a mess. Where'd he go? Oh, you're down there. I'm like, no, we're not jumping on top of the TV and shooting wires. That would be an expensive video. Oh, my camera just flipped. It'll do that if it gets touched at all. Come on. Come on back the right way. Yeah. Get down. Get on the floor. You guys don't need to be up here. I got the phone plugged in, so that gimbal don't like that phone. That phone being plugged in. If it touches it, it'll flip it around. Got the wind in my bed box, so they can't get up here. I can't get up here and get in the window, and then he did it anyway somehow. We just might have to make that your play area, girls. You kind of like that. That's the first time I put it beside my bed, so. I don't know if you can have different cameras and like go from one I know you can, but I don't know how to do it. So you can get them when they're not in the play area. I made this treat thing myself. Pretty crafty. You girls ready for me to pull your cage in? Mama's getting tired. Minnie almost got out a while ago. She got out once and ran in the hallway because I had all 3 doors shut, ran in the hallway and ran back in real quick. I'm like, man, that was close. She gets behind that washer. I don't know what time, how long it'd take her before she got out. I really don't have to pull that washer out. I thought when I live stream, I'm gonna have to put wood around that washer, just in case. You ready for your cage, Minnie? Mickey? Mama's getting sleepy anyway. I gotta get up and work on blackberries tomorrow if I don't have to drive to Anacortes. Now I'm gonna be taking care of 2 stores. This company's crazy. We're opening up another one in Bellingham. Well, she's making me go to Anacortes for one of those that are open. That's crazy. You're not getting out, so you can just move, Missy. Missy. I gotta shut these doors for a minute. Because that little stinker will do it. She don't care. Try it. Nope, get back. I see you. Nope, Mickey, get out. Oh, they are crazy. They'll totally do it, for sure. Here, watch out. Let me bring your cage over. Watch out. Watch out. They have a townhouse now. They have 3 tiers. You guys have 3 tiers now. You have a townhouse. Yep. You guys have a townhouse now. They both get in there. I gotta shut this door, man. Because they don't both get in there together. Ooh. You girls get in there together. And I gotta get on my knees. That's gonna hurt. Okay, girls. That's all I have to do because I already done the rest. Usually these aren't wet. For some reason they just potty in those other 2 corners. I didn't tell you if you're still on. They're wanting me to go to jury. I'm like, they're crazy right now. I can't get out of it, so I gotta call Cindy and see if I gotta go. It's retarded. Get up there and tell some bad person my name. It's messed up. Girlfriends. You guys messed up that hay for sure. Minnie's in now. Are they both in? They are. We're shutting the doors. I got you, girl. got you, girls. Crazy little creatures. You crazy little creatures, you. It's gonna be a chore doing that video, though. Focusing in, focusing out, doing all that. Putting music. And I'll just get me some coffee tomorrow night. If I don't have to go to Anacortes. Got some more Tennessee hay up there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, need some nuggets too. They did pretty good tonight for to be out 3 nights in a row. They played a lot. But I had that area kind of set up there, so they stayed beside me, which is rare. They love to jump on stuff. I need to get a bunch of different sized buckets and just put them around the room, because they would totally do that. But I always want to see them popcorn, but they haven't been doing that lately. I don't know why this is not wanting to come up. Probably because I need it. There we go. I'm just getting weak in my old age. Girls. Normally I have a Disney shirt on when I'm streaming, but I was laying down, so I thought it don't matter. The girls are all tired, so. Huh. Yep, you girls are done. Let's see how many minutes we get. Well, we probably won't be doing it tomorrow night, because we did 125. I can share it on Facebook once I'm done too. I don't know if anybody will watch it, but oh well. This is going to be Disney Grandma signing off because I'm tired. You guys have a great night. Magical dreams.